So radical candor happens when you fulfill your moral obligation. It's not just your job, it's your moral obligation to say what you really think and to allow yourself to challenge others, but also to be challenged in return. And when you can do both of those things at the same time, when you can challenge people directly at the same time that you care personally and humanly about them, I call that radical candor. Now, in order to motivate each of these quadrants, I'm just going to tell you a few quick stories. First, radical candor. A lot of people make a mistake with radical candor, thinking that they have to take a bunch of time to be radically candid. But the origin story for me with radical candor happened in less than a minute on the street of Manhattan. I had just gotten a new puppy, and I loved this dog, had never said a harsh word to the dog, and as a result, it was out of control and had no idea how to behave. And it jumped in front of a cab. I pulled it out of the way just in time, and all of a sudden, my heart is thumping in my throat, and this man, perfect stranger, standing next to me, looks at me, and he says, "I can see you really love that dog." It's all he has to say to move up on the care personally axis. Doesn't have to know my name, doesn't have to have schmoozed with me, just, "I can see you really love that dog." And then he says to me, "But you're going to kill that dog if you don't teach it to sit." Now he's got my full attention. Then he says, "Sit." The dog sat. I had no idea the dog knew how to do that. And I kind of looked at him in amazement. The light changes. He looks back at me and he says, "It's not mean, it's clear." And he crosses the street and leaves me with words to live by, right? Didn't have to take him forever, and he changed my life in just that brief amount of time. So radical candor can be quick. Doesn't need to require a lot of schmoozing. So how can you be radically candid? If an acronym helps you, radical candor is HIP. It's humble, it's helpful, it's immediate, it's in person, it's in private if it's criticism, in public if it's praise, and it doesn't personalize. My boss didn't say, "You are stupid," or "You're a moron." She just said, "You sounded stupid when you said right? There's a big difference between the two.